On October 21st, 2024, multiple coastal cities across China, including Tangshan in Hebei, Panjin in Liaoning, and Xiamen in Fujian, experienced severe seawater surges caused by an astronomical tide. The rapid rise in sea levels resulted in extensive flooding, property damage, and forced emergency responses from local authorities. This event, linked to the natural phenomenon of the astronomical tide, caught many residents by surprise as they witnessed the most significant tides in decades. In Tangshan's Liaoning County, residents were awakened in the early hours of the morning by a sudden and powerful tidal surge. Water quickly entered homes and courtyards, rising high enough to cover people's feet. Some residents tried to prevent further flooding by setting up makeshift wooden barriers at their doorways, but the water levels continued to rise. Videos shared by locals showed extensive flooding, with water flowing into homes and vehicles submerged under the rising tide. A resident stated that they had not seen such a massive tidal surge in over 30 years, underscoring the severity of the situation.
Every day lo jinsi,很酷，还叫冷酷的节目jinsi，那，看，都是，哎呀妈！
The local government responded, confirming that this was the largest tidal surge the area had experienced in decades. The authorities quickly dispatched emergency services to help manage the flooding and assist affected residents.
乖乖涨水了，黄都淹掉了，你这怎么弄？你讲？
Despite the damage to property, there were no immediate reports of injuries or casualties. However, the flooding caused significant disruption to daily life, with homes, vehicles, and businesses impacted by the unprecedented rise in sea levels.
一会儿都灌满了这。
这一年光干活了，也没工夫上海边儿。大海上人家看我来了，哎呀，大海上家看我来了，你看。
In Liaoning's Panjin city, similar scenes of flooding unfolded in the coastal town. The seawater surge hit in the early hours of the morning, flooding streets and inundating low-lying homes. In some areas, the water reached over half a meter in depth, forcing residents to evacuate their homes and seek refuge on higher ground. Emergency response teams from various departments, including maritime and fire services, were quickly mobilized to assist with drainage efforts, help residents in affected areas, and prevent further damage. Local authorities explained that the tidal surge was caused by the seasonal astronomical tide, which brought a sudden and significant rise in sea levels that overwhelmed the coastal defenses.
你看这个房子呢都是水了，今天潮水很大呀，风很大，季风。你看这个潮水，路全部没掉了，对吧？对，房子空调没有啊，你看，这房子全部安全。
A representative from the Panjin Maritime Bureau noted that this particular tide was unusually large and arrived without much warning, leading to widespread flooding in vulnerable areas. Officials confirmed that emergency response teams were on the ground coordinating relief efforts and assisting with flood management.
我50年下来了，没有过这么大的潮水，50年。那人家养池塘的，养。
建国以来呀，没有这时候发水喽。你看我的码头多高，都发水了。建国以来呀，老天是咋的了？建国以来这么大。
Further south, in Xiamen, Fujian province, the effects of the astronomical tide were also felt. Authorities issued warnings to residents in low-lying coastal areas, particularly in regions like Shapawai and the First Wharf, which were at risk of being flooded by the incoming tide. The authorities are continuing to monitor the situation, particularly in regions like Xiamen, where the tide is expected to remain elevated for several more days.
我现在在新兴港的闸上面啊，请大家看一下啊，我那个车在闸口啊，现在这个水外面高的差不多2米多，现在已经开始漏水了，马上危险啊！
In the meantime, efforts are focused on managing the aftermath of the flooding, assisting displaced residents, and preventing further damage as the water levels gradually recede. While many regions are accustomed to seasonal changes in sea levels, the sheer magnitude of this particular event has underscored the need for stronger coastal defenses and more comprehensive emergency response plans.